1 can a day. That's all it takes. And according to research, that daily habit could be quietly pushing your blood pressure into dangerous territory. Years before you ever feel a symptom, it's not just about sugar either. There's a second ingredient in Coke that researchers now believe may be doing just as much damage to your blood pressure, and almost nobody talks about it. Stick around for that one. It's coming at number 3, and it might be the most important part of this whole video. If you're over 30, especially if blood pressure runs in your family or a recent checkup gave you a number you didn't love, this video is for you. We're going through exactly what daily Coke consumption does to your blood pressure, step by step, based on actual research, not fear-mongering. Quick note, I'm not a doctor. This isn't medical advice. Think of this as your starting point for asking better questions at your next checkup. Let's get into it. Part 1, the obvious one, sugar. Let's start with what most people already suspect, sugar. A single can of regular Coke has about 39 grams of sugar. That's roughly 10 teaspoons. When you drink that much sugar regularly, your body responds by producing more insulin. Over time, elevated insulin levels are linked to your blood vessels, narrowing, and your kidneys retaining more sodium, both of which directly push blood pressure upward. This isn't an overnight effect. It's a slow build, which is exactly why it's so easy to miss for years. Part 2. Weight gain's hidden role. Liquid calories are sneaky, your brain doesn't register them as filling the way solid food does. So, people who drink sugary soda daily tend to consume more total calories overall, not less of something else. And extra body weight is one of the most well-established, direct contributors to high blood pressure, because your heart has to work harder to pump blood through a larger body. So even indirectly, daily Coke can raise blood pressure just through this weight pathway alone. Now, the ingredient I mentioned at the start, the one almost nobody talks about. Before we get there, if you're finding this useful, hit subscribe now, because we cover a new health topic like this every week. Okay, here's the one that surprises people. Part 3. The hidden ingredient, sodium. Most people assume Coke has 0 sodium because it doesn't taste salty. But regular Coke does contain sodium, and more importantly, a lot of processed foods people tend to pair with soda, think fast food, chips, fried food, are loaded with sodium too. Sodium causes your body to retain extra water, which increases blood volume, and more blood volume means more pressure on your artery walls. Researchers have found that the combination of soda and high-sodium food is often worse for blood pressure than either one on its own, because they compound each other. This is the piece almost nobody mentions. It's not really about Coke in isolation. It's about the entire eating pattern that tends to travel with a daily soda habit. Part 4, caffeine's short-term spike. Coke contains a moderate amount of caffeine, and caffeine can cause a short-term spike in blood pressure, sometimes noticeable within 30 minutes of drinking it. For most healthy people, this spike is temporary, and blood pressure returns to normal within a few hours. But if you're already dealing with elevated blood pressure, or you're drinking multiple caffeinated sodas throughout the day, those short spikes can start adding up into a pattern your cardiovascular system feels over time. Part 5. What about Diet Coke? This is the question I get asked constantly, so let's address it directly. Does switching to Diet Coke fix the problem? Partially. Diet Coke removes the sugar, which takes away that specific pathway. But some research has raised questions about artificial sweeteners and their effect on gut bacteria and insulin response. The science here is genuinely still evolving, and researchers don't have a fully settled answer yet. What we do know for certain diet soda still contains caffeine and sodium, so it doesn't eliminate every blood pressure-related factor. It just removes one piece of the puzzle. Part 6. What the actual research found. Now let's talk numbers. Multiple studies tracking people who drink 1 or more sugary sodas daily found a measurably higher risk of developing high blood pressure compared to those who rarely drink it, with the risk climbing further for people drinking 2 or more cans a day. The pattern researchers keep finding is consistent. It's rarely one can that causes a spike you'd notice. It's the daily, years-long habit that gradually shifts your baseline numbers upward, often without a single obvious symptom along the way. Very similar to how high blood pressure earns its nickname, the silent killer. Let's run through it fast. Daily Coke affects blood pressure through 4 main pathways. 1, sugar driving up insulin and narrowing blood vessels. 2, weight gain adding strain on your heart. 3, sodium increasing blood volume, especially combined with salty food. and 4 caffeine causing short-term spikes that add up over time. None of this means one can is dangerous. It's the daily, long-term pattern that research keeps pointing to. What to do instead? If you want to cut the risk without cutting out enjoyment entirely, here's what actually works based on the research. Reduce frequency before eliminating it completely. Even cutting from daily to a few times a week measurably lowers the impact. Watch what you're eating alongside it. That sodium combination is where the real damage compounds. And if blood pressure is already a concern for you, get it checked regularly rather than guessing. It's a 5-minute test that tells you far more than any article, including this one. If this helped connect some dots, share it with someone who drinks soda daily and might want to know this. This is exactly the kind of thing worth knowing before a routine checkup turns into a surprising conversation. And if you want the full breakdown of drinks that actually help lower blood pressure, subscribe and hit the bell. That one's coming next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.